everyone. Welcome to Toy Break episode 321. I'm Aileen.
I'm George.
And Toy Break is your weekly internet show featuring the wonderful world of toys, including but never limited to designer vinyl, plush, action figures, collectibles, events, whatever we can bring you in said wonderful world of toys. Let's start as we always do by thanking our site sponsors like Happy Panda Toys,
Tomonosuke,
Suburban Vinyl,
DK Toys,
and 3D Retro. We also have quite a few donations
Let's
to
do
thank
it.
for.
You run them down.
I will. Thank you so much, George. We need to thank Ken from Oregon, Jillian from Canada, Bethany from Florida, Shannon from Oklahoma, James from Texas, Squire from Kentucky, James from Louisiana, Gary from Georgia, Carson from Missouri, Edgar from California, Stephen from New Hampshire, Jay from Idaho, Richard from the UK, Garrett from Texas, Joseph from North Dakota, Bruce from the UK, Thomas from New Mexico, and Emil from California. Thank you so much for all the donations. It's been a little while since we got to those because Comic-Con.
Holy cow, that was a lot of donations came in.
Well, Comic-Con.
Thank you, donation people.
Thank you so much. All the dollars, keep the lights rolling and the tapes on and all that stuff.
It's digital.
We also have tapes.
I know.
All right, so Comic-Con crap-up is over.
It is.
Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. That was super fun.
But I didn't watch.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, were you in it?
I don't know. I don't watch any of them, though, so it doesn't really matter.
So we have a new contest. It's time for a new contest to start.
It is.
Would you like to tell us about it, or should we sort of review it first?
Oh, it's a review thing?
It's a review contest situation.
Oh, what's this?
It's exciting. It's
Oh, I used the box that this came in. That's why it's all like this. I didn't look
okay.
what was in it, though.
That's okay.
I didn't know it was a contest thing. I would have kept the box.
So, right here we have... Would you like to tell us what we have?
We have Hell Gladiator. This is a 3-inch... It's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down.
This is a 3-inch custom JPK Dunny by Blackson Brickhouse. Blazin Brickhouse.bigcartel.com. And it could be yours by liking Toy Break and Blazin Brickhouse on Facebook and tagging both of us there. Wow, look at this thing.
Custom. Boom. We hardly ever have custom giveaways.
This is crazy. Let me look at this thing.
Absolutely. So this is from Blazin Brickhouse. Got some crazy awesome giant stickers.
What did it have to do with JPK?
That's built on top of a JPK Dunny.
Oh, alright. I was like, what is that?
Alright, so basically just like Toy Break and like Blazin Brickhouse on Facebook. And then put up a post telling us that you want the Hell Gladiator and tag us both in the post. It's that easy. Deadline is September 17th.
Where? On Facebook? Is that what you said?
It's a Facebook contest.
I don't understand.
Facebook.com.
Toy Break, like Toy Break. Okay.
Thousands of people congregate online at this place called Facebook.
There's so much sculpting. Like, you didn't even have to say it was a JPK thing. Like, you can barely even tell what Dunny it was made on.
Most of it is custom. I think it's a really great looking piece.
Huh. It's cool. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Do you like the name, Hell Gladiator?
Sure. Call it whatever you want.
It's cool. It's got like the fire coming off the mane.
Yeah, I like it. Someone's going to like adding that to their Dunny collection. That's for certain.
It's also cool because it almost looks skullish around the head, but it's not a skull. It's like a crazy mask.
Sure.
Oh,
I like the art on
like
these stickers too. Do we get to keep these, or does it have to go with the
Well, we have
winner?
some. Let's figure that out. We've got some in the box here. Help. Okay, so we have...
Comes with a couple stickers and a
Built
business
tough.
card from that Blazin Brickhouse.
So I guess if you really want to keep them, you can keep them. Or you could... Oh, that set you could keep, because there's some in here already.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do, George?
Well, tough luck to the winner, because I'm keeping this sticker. It's awesome. Hey, they get the Dunny. I get a sticker.
All right.
I'm keeping that. Thanks, Blazin
Brickhouse.
Brickhouse.
There was a note.
I'm a winner.
Wait, there was a note. What's in the boxes for the winner? What's loose is for you guys.
Yes!
So.
This was loose. I promise.
Look, if I had read ahead of time, that would have worked out much better. All right, well, thank you so much to Blazin Brickhouse for sending this our way. And you guys go like stuff on Facebook and
I'm going to wrap that in some bubble wrap, because
we'll make it even safer.
I don't like the way that that's hanging out.
It's fine. We're good.
I mean, that's the way it came, but I'm gonna fix that up a little bit.
All right, well, we have a voicemail.
Okay.
Should we hear our voicemail?
Let's hear it.
Okay. This is from Greg.
Hey, George and Aileen. It's Greg from Kansas City. I was just calling in just a couple of things about what you were talking about on the last episode with the John Schnepp film. If you haven't seen it, and I'm not sure if it's down on YouTube or anything, but if you can look up the Illinois Wesleyan commencement, I believe it was 2000, Kevin Smith just tells an amazing story about the whole process of Superman Lives. It's quite hilarious. And that Comic-Con poster, when we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of about 3/4 away in the movie, this lady just came and sat down next to us. And on the way out, she just happened to ask if our kids would be interested in this poster, and it was the Comic-Con poster. So I couldn't chase her down enough to ask her if she actually worked for Hasbro or what the deal was exactly, but I thought that was a pretty cool moment. But I just thought I'd call and say hey, and talk to you guys, of course. You know, it was really cool meeting you earlier this year. I really appreciate you and Carson, there's Mr. Catlin, inviting myself and my family out for dinner. That was a real treat for everybody. Of course, now you know how socially awkward I am and why I don't get out and meet very many people. But anyway, it was really cool. And I just want to publicly say thanks to George. I've started following Kill on my Facebook, and he is my favorite person in the whole world. If you ever needed to do Grouches on Couches, George, Kill, and I think myself would be a great trio. I really have a lot of things to say. But anyway, thanks for everything, and I'll keep watching. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much for calling in, Greg. And of course, it was amazing meeting up with you for dinner earlier this year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I wouldn't say socially awkward at all. I thought
that call might have been a little socially awkward, but otherwise, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great dinner. I had fun meeting your family and you. So yeah, it was good.
Your family and you?
I had
How
fun
about
meeting
following
you,
Kill?
and I had fun meeting your family. Kill. If you follow Kill on Facebook, be prepared for some ranting going on, because that boy has rage inside, deep inside.
But he also has some fun art.
Yeah,
and
it's
toys
awesome.
that he makes.
People should take Greg's advice and follow him, because he's got a lot of good stuff. Go look at his site, Kaiju X3.
Yes, and recently we've had his Jabroni on.
Yeah, yep.
So, was there a question there from Greg?
I don't remember.
Or was he just saying hi and thanks?
I think he was just saying what's up.
I think he was just saying, oh, he was talking about the
he got that poster,
the Superman Lives thing from Kevin Smith. We should look that up.
I've heard. I think that's on one of his specials too. On one of the Kevin Smith Talks a Lot specials. I don't know what they're called.
It's Kevin Smith Talks a Lot. The special.
It should be An Evening with Kevin Smith. That's
yes.
The one. I think it's on there where he talks about like adding the big spider and things like that. I think that was that story. If not, I should go look it up
poster.
Either way. And the poster. Did he say he got that poster in his town?
Yeah, like in the movie theater, this woman.
Like some lady just had one with her?
Like 3/4 of the way through the movie?
Hey lady, what are you just walking around with posters for? Did she have them for everybody, or did she just have one extra she got from Comic-Con?
I hope she didn't offer your kids candy too, because that
you might want to run.
Don't take the candy. You might want to run.
Take the candy and run.
check it later. And also Grouches on Couches.
I'll do Grouches on Couches as soon as we get an episode of Big Kev Eats Stuff.
He does that on the show.
He never does an official episode of Big Kev Eats Stuff.
No, it was part. He does it inside Big Kev's Geek Stuff. He just did on episode 341, I think it was. Big Kev's Eat Stuff with the. Do you remember that green beef jerky we got in one of the loot crates? He just ate that.
Oh,
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Big Kev's eats stuff. Big Kev eats stuff.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for calling, Greg, and I hope to see you before too long. Something else we have going on that we just did a couple days ago.
We did. What did we do?
A couple days ago? No, it was like
a week ago?
2 weeks ago. The Designer Toy Awards finalists. We announced them.
We did.
They're up. Right now, you can go to designertoyawards.com and you can vote.
You probably heard our melodic voices.
Melodic.
Announcing things.
Oh, we should have done funny voices.
Should people vote for us for best blog, even though we don't have a blog? Or
If
should
they
they
want to.
actually vote for a blog?
Here's the thing. We're not a blog. So I love you guys, and if you want to vote for us, that's awesome. I'm not going to say no, don't vote for us.
Someone apparently
not a
thinks we're a blog because they keep nominating us for blog. I guess
think
it's
there's
the
just not
closest
that many
thing.
news sites for toys.
It's the closest thing to like best news site, I guess.
We should have done voices. And now, in the best toy of the
we're not
year
doing
is...
voice.
That
So
would've been
listen,
fun. Why didn't we do
vote
it?
for us for best blog, even though we're not a blog.
Who's us?
This would be Toy Break.
Ah!
That's the show that they're watching. So go to, what is it, designertoyawards.com and vote. That's the only time I'm going to say it, probably.
And don't forget, you can only vote once per category this year, not every day like previous
And
years.
Spanky already won twice, so I think it's time that the non-blog of Toy Break wins the best blog.
Could we win best non-blog?
We want to, yes. We'll have a little addendum we'll scratch out, or we'll light in the little arrow and write non above it. Because, you know what? They have a category called Best Minifigure, and our line of minifigure, October Toys' line of minifigures, is not in it, because there's an action figure in there instead.
Well, from what I've read, the what do you call it? The explanation, the description of each of their categories is a little bit different than what perhaps you or I would describe.
Yes, when
each of
they
the
say
categories.
best minifigure, they're not saying best minifigure. They're saying best mini figure.
I think their description is under 3 or 4 inches.
It's different. I think it's 4 because those three are 3 3/4. And it's in their little Clutter. We're talking about they. We say Clutter.
Yes.
Clutter's little magazine or booklet that they gave out at Comic-Con. I looked up as soon as the awards were announced. Hey, we announced them. As soon as we announced the awards and we announced that there was a reaction figure in their minifigure line, I was like, what do they think a minifigure is? So I went and looked up in their little booklet because it had a definition of all the words that they use. And it said minifigure is any figure like under 4 inches or whatever it said. And I was like, oh, they're not talking about minifigures. They're talking about mini figures. So there's a difference.
Well, the difference
I was under the impression the category was for minifigures.
No, what you and I... This is one of the... I think this ends up being one of those fundamental differences between art people and toy people.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about the size of a figure. But in the toy world, something called a minifigure generally refers to something along the lines of Kenkeshi, where it's a one-color, one-piece slug. Or it could be multiple pieces put together, but... It's a small... There's a category.
Right.
It means a specific thing.
The word
like Monster in My
minifigure...
Pocket or Muscle.
The word minifigure means something. They should say best small figure.
I think there should also be a...
Or it should say best figure under 4 inches or something like that.
That would be a good category. And I think there should also be a best blind box category. Because it's hard to put blind box into other categories.
Right.
Because size or style... It's hard to...
Yeah, whatever. It's not our awards. Do what you want to do.
DesignerToyAwards.com. You can go vote right now.
Okay.
Should
Let's do some reviews.
Yes, let's. All right, first we have... This is pretty exciting. Would you like to tell everybody what we have while I...
This is the Walking Dud by TrueCast Studio. What's that you say? Haven't you had Walking Duds on before? Yeah, we have. We had this one right here. And we've had a little smaller one, and they were all hand cast Walking Duds. Now we have the production Walking Duds.
Ooh.
So these are going to be, there's a fade and blue dud.
Ooh.
In a factory sealed baggie. These are going to be $8. Do we have all the different versions?
No, we have, no, just keep reading. These are the options.
The options you'll be able to buy are the fade and blue dud in factory sealed baggie for $8, the ultra rotten dud in the factory sealed baggie for $15, or the Ultra Rotten Deluxe Dud in the clamshell with header card for $20. Those are all going to be available at TrueCastStudio.com on Sunday, August 31st at 8 p.m. Central Time.
I just noticed there was a little
goodie bag in separate for me.
Shh. Okay.
Actually, you don't have to. These are the minis from the...
From the God Beast.
The God Beast. He does the line
I can't
of...
ever pronounce what these things
Kobudo Mushi.
Yes, that.
And each one comes with the little mini guy, and I like the little mini guys.
I want to eat them. They're like candy.
So thank you for... Since you're sending a box.
All right, so what we have here are the clamshell versions. Boom. of The Walking Dead.
Now, these are the regular or the deluxe? All right, so this is the regular. So this is what's going to be the $8 blue, and it won't come probably in this box, right?
That one I don't think comes in the box. I think that one just comes in the baggie for $8.
Okay.
And then this one is the Ultra Rotten. I think this is the Ultra Rotten DX, if I am correct here. The Ultra Rotten DX in clamshell with header. So let's. Ooh, I left a Ghost Toasty out.
No,
So look, it's like a legit toy.
is that the DX or the regular?
I think it's the DX.
Okay. So look at. I mean, first
Might
of
be Ultra
all,
Rotten.
it's exactly. I mean, it's exactly the thing smaller. They had a smaller one that we've had on the show before, which we have on another shelf, so
Yes.
it's not out. But everything down to except for minus the shirt that comes off, which I was fine with. I don't think it needs to have a shirt come off. But it's all now glass compatible, so you can
Sweet.
pop apart the joints and play with it, and mix and match if you have glass figures. For some reason, if you'd want to put a sculpted hand onto a glass guy.
Why wouldn't you?
Look at how many pieces this breaks
Or maybe
down
you want to
to,
put
though.
it on your Skeleton Warriors.
Does the tongue come out? I really hope it does. Because that was like...
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does on this version.
No.
Look at how bloody and cool
I wish
he
the
is.
tongue was a joint as well.
Painted.
Hold on, I want to pop them apart. So it comes into all these little parts. Look at that.
Did you say that this was fade? You said this was fade and blue, right?
So 7 pieces.
Awesome.
Yeah, 7 pieces. That's awesome.
I want to put other weird little heads on his body there.
Let's see this one. Yeah, that's really cool.
But I like what they did with the paint because usually people just use one version color of red, one shade of red for blood, but they mixed it up so it looks like there's old dried blood and then like fresh red, like bright red blood.
Oh,
It was a nice touch.
Yeah, it's cool. A couple different colors.
Nice touch.
And of course, if you get a couple different versions, you can.
Mix and match.
So if you want to have him with just the flesh showing through, you can do that. Like, say he's all blue clothes, and you want to have.
But that's also that's really cool. But that's also fun because who knows? I can only assume that they might do other colors of these in the future. So get these now when they come out, and then you can mix and match more colors.
Yeah, there was
they
did release a test shot clear
Yes.
green one. We have that in another room, another shelf
Toxic.
as well. So look at it, he's got.
I like his little legs. He's like doing the zombie pee-pee dance.
So now you have a fully painted in a nice blue outfit. But
This is also great because these blank ones are $8. That's great custom fodder if you want to paint a zombie.
it's a great price for that, I think.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And Glaos compatible. How can you not want this, you guys? You said this was going to be up at truecaststudio.com?
I did, I think.
Excellent.
It doesn't
and again,
hurt to say it again.
And again, that releases...
That's even cool. Look at that. He's got a painted body with just zombie blue. And this zombie blue matches the 550...
like the standard Faden color
the
from
Faden
O'Neill
color.
Design.
It's also the color we used for our original line of zombies way back in the day. And it's also the color that we use... OMFG has a 550 as well.
Mm-hmm. And our exclusive version of the Walking Dead minifigures.
Yes.
You can find this color everywhere.
We use it for our zombie stuff a lot.
It's a good zombie color. It's like a pale blue, ghastly blue.
I like it. I like these. I like the painted one, but I'm fine. Even if you don't get a painted one, like even if you just go for this blue,
$8!
it shows the detail really well.
And it's just a really cool looking zombie. Like aside from paint, aside from all that, even aside from it being Glaos compatible, which is super cool, it's a rad zombie. I just love the stylized, tall head with the open mouth, and I think it's great. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, you never
As
even
a zombie fan.
The whole Glaos thing aside, like obviously, we have a
Obviously we're
large
fans.
collection of Glaos things, so we're fans of that. But it doesn't. It's just a cool zombie action figure. Like that's all you need to know. It has a ton of
Sold.
points. It has a bunch of articulation. But really, it's just an awesome $8 zombie statue if you want it to be. It's just a cool action figure. So grab one. TrueCastStudio.com.
And again, that releases on Sunday, August 31st at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if you're watching this show the week it goes up, it releases this Sunday.
And the one in
Don't
that clamshell
miss it.
comes with has that cool card with the Walking
Yes.
Dead art on it and everything.
What's your Walking Dead art look like?
It's that
Same
card.
one? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Very cool. Good job, TrueCast Studio. Love it. All right, so we have some sort of toy-related things. Oh, I got to put my guy back together?
No.
You want to pull out some of those things?
What am I pulling out?
Right there.
We have some DVDs, not necessarily toy, but toy-related. Up first is the Plastic Galaxy. This is the story of Star Wars toys. PlasticGalaxyMovie.com is the website you can go to check it out. It's a 70-minute documentary. It's $21 on Amazon, or you can order it right from PlasticGalaxyMovie.com.
Through Amazon.
Is it through Amazon on there?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's actually a really cool look at Star Wars toys. It goes all the way. I mean, it shows a bunch of people who collect Star Wars toys. It talks with fans and stuff.
I think it's very fan-oriented.
Yeah.
Looking at collections and stuff.
It shows their collections. It shows the guys that collect. Like somehow some guys have gotten like original clays and original.
Yeah, one guy had a mold at the end.
Yeah, like it's crazy. So some of the guys have really gone in depth and found like they went to like the buildings where the things were happening back in the in the late 70s, early 80s, and they were like found guys that used to work in the building and talked to them and found out who used to work where and where people's offices were and where the dumpster was, and maybe they found something in it. Like it was crazy.
It's also amazing what gets thrown out.
Yeah, true. So that's a good look at kind of like a little history of Star Wars toys.
I would recommend it for anybody who has ever collected Star Wars toys. If you have an interest at all in collecting any type of Star Wars toys,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
It doesn't like delve deep into like
No.
craziness of it. It's just a nice overview of Star Wars toys. It's a good thing.
Also,
I don't
if you're
know.
just
It's
kind of
nice-
a collector of anything, just like action figures or anything like that in general, not even necessarily Star Wars, it's super interesting just to see other people's collections.
That's really why I like it the most. Just looking at other people's stuff,
Because they actually go into people's homes and are looking at,
seeing their
I
shelves.
have
of
6
toys.
of these things, and I
Yeah.
have... Look, I can't even sleep in this room anymore because there's so much stuff.
And then, kind of on a similar front, but a little bit less fans, this is the Turtle Power, the definitive history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This one is a 98-minute documentary. It's $20 on Amazon. This just came out recently, maybe last week or so. And it's actually a really cool look at
The history of the Turtles.
just going
evolution.
all the way from like the beginning of when Eastman and Laird first met and how they met, and just kind of the deals they got, and like it talks with their agent that that met them, and how he pitched it to like different companies, and how Playmates picked it up, and how they were originally developing the figures, and then all of a sudden it got into cartoons and movies, and just kind of the rise and a little bit of the fall of it, and then the rise again, and how they don't even the two guys that originally started it don't even have a piece of it anymore, really, by the sound of this documentary.
Yeah, they could have delved even deeper into that, but I think it's a really good overview of the franchise.
It's a look of like the whole thing. I would have loved to have seen more of a documentary on those two.
I think that's a separate that needs to be a separate documentary on its own.
Yeah.
But this is very interesting. It talks about, like you were saying, a lot of the different media that Turtles has gone into, but specifically on the toy front, I think it's really interesting to hear about the guys from animation who created characters that came into that became toys, and then there was the Playmates guys who were creating figures that then moved into the animated series, and it wasn't just one or the other. They were kind of working as a team.
Right.
Everybody was contributing.
At some point, it turned out like anybody that felt like it was like, I'm going to design a guy. Like there were guys at Mirage working with Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and they were just like, you guys want to design anything, go for it, and they'll make it into toys. And like everybody's just sitting around sketching and stuff. And it was cool to see like all these like unused like ideas of figures that never got made, and some of them that got tweaked and turned into other things that you could say, oh, that guy, you could tell that guy became this guy.
And to see concept drawings from things like Rocksteady and Bebop even.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, that started out really super crazy and like a different style.
So like if you had any interest in Star Wars, this is a cool documentary. If you have any interest in Ninja Turtles, even if you've just seen the new movie and you're like just getting into Turtles, go and look at the history of where it started. It was amazing. They made, I think they said Was it 1,000 copies?
I think
or
they
3,
said 1,000. No, 3,000 because it was 5 times more.
I'm
So
trying to remember.
3,000 their first comic book.
Yeah, it was something like either 1,000 or 3,000 the first comic, and I'm thinking to myself like, it's just these two guys. Like, it's a totally independent book, and I was like, that's a lot of books to create.
But then when they
like,
reordered,
out of the beginning, yeah, then it's just started going crazy, and they were making 15,000, and then they were making 100,000. It was like,
it was the 80s. That was a lot.
even now, like if you're trying to make an independent book right now, you'd probably print like 100 of them. Like 200 of them. Like,
yeah.
These guys made, like, they're like, here, it's my independent book. I'm going to run 3,000 of them. Like, that's a lot of books to, like...
invest in.
And to get out there like on a whim. But it paid off. It worked. And look at it now.
And now we have
Ninja
Turtles.
So it's a pretty cool history. And there's also a book out right now as well that is a very definitive guide to Ninja Turtles as well. That I don't have right here to show you, but you can go look it up on Amazon. Use the Toy Break link on toybreak.com, click on the Amazon link, and then look up these turtle things we're telling you about.
Fantastic.
It's a really cool book with a lot of memorabilia and a lot of things about the Ninja Turtles. So if you're into turtles, and turtles are big right now, so you should be, get out there and get this stuff.
Should be. Should we open some blind box real quick?
Let's do it.
Do you guys know what time it is? Blind box time! Alright, so we're getting down to the bottom of the blind box barrel, and we have...
We're going to have to visit 3D Retro soon. We don't have any blind box. So I have a DIY blank So Analog Tendo figure.
And we are mismatched today, so I have a Doctor Who from Titan Toys.
Okay, so I want a gold one because it's the special one.
Vashta Narada. We've never opened one of those in here, have we?
No, that would be a cool one to get.
I'd be so excited if I got that. Hey, what's it got me?
What did I get? I got a blank white one.
Ah!
What'd you get?
No, but I got the Doctor. Number 10.
Eh.
David Tennant. But he came with his watch. Look.
Okay.
No? Not into it?
No.
I like him. He's very brown. Look at all the brown. Brown eyes, brown hair, brown suit.
Yeah, it's pretty
brown.
So I got a blank one, and it's white, and I need to paint it now.
Okay. Paint it something
Not
awesome.
right now.
Right now?
Not right this second.
Not right now. All right, blind box.
Or a gold
Done.
one, that would have been cool.
Let's get back to ideas. How about this?
All right, so this one, today we have the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. This is from Maisto. This actually, I picked this up. We went on a pink Jeep tour in, what was it, Sedona?
Sedona, Arizona.
Sedona, Arizona, a couple ways back now. And the pink Jeep tour place sells the pink Jeep.
Oh, are there really screws in there?
Screws.
Are they? Are they?
But and like all the ones they have on display had their logos. It's the pink Jeep Tour logo, and one goes on the hood and then on the two doors.
Oh yeah.
And they give you a little sticker pack to put them on yourself. So I'm looking forward to having my little pink Jeep Tours Jeep. It doesn't have the canopy on top though.
It does not have the canopy. Did they all have canopies at the tour place?
No, this is the same. But we don't have a screwdriver because we were ill prepared for this.
That's okay.
So next
it's a pink
time,
Jeep.
It's pink Jeep. It's funny. I mean, I kind of just like the pink Jeep alone by itself, but I am gonna put the pink Jeep stickers on it because that's just funnier. I like that they make their own little tour car.
Oh, you can also buy those online.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you go to Pink Jeep Tours, I clicked the Sedona site, but I'm sure if you go to any of them, they're $10.95.
Nice.
For a little die-cast Jeep. We have mail.
Mail call.
So we have I'm so sorry to everybody, because what happens around Comic-Con is we get really backed up with not just product, but guests and news for what's coming up at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah. We're going to just have to limit the Comic-Con news next year.
Maybe.
It just takes up too much time, because we are now very backed up on our mailbag of cool stuff that people have sent in. So, should we just start pulling out some...
Yeah, let's just do one at a time.
Things?
This is one of the more recent ones. We have a Resin Fink by Michael Riley and Mr. Fink. These are limited 2 3/16 inch tall resin Fink figures with 1 point of articulation, the head. Oh yeah, look at that, it is. These will be available as blanks and customs for $12 per piece at boobosnest.bigcartel.com in September.
So these were originally made out of mixed material and wood and, different little pieces of stuff, and now they're making resin versions.
Nice.
So that they can make slightly larger runs. I believe the runs are going to be about 25 pieces each. And like you said, there's going to be solid color ones, which are sort of the DIY version, and then there's going to be custom ones. So different styles, like maybe the Ninja Turtles.
Wood, wire, and cloth. Weird.
Cool, huh? Oh, wait, there's more... URL.
Facebook.com/fink.inc.
Fink Inc.
Facebook.com/playdeadtoys. Nice.
Very cool. They're just like cute little blank dudes ready to be
and
customized
look, it's got a resealable bottom of the box.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Good call.
So we can open it and look at it.
See, you didn't even have to take the...
Interesting.
He's like a little robot that needs to be...
He's got a lot of expression for just a little thing made out of, like...
It's the head tilt and the eyes.
Yeah, like the head tilt's really cool on it.
It's amazing. Simplistic. Like, just something
turn,
as simple as position.
You just turn the head a little bit, and he's looking down and to the right or to the left a little bit. It's got a lot of, like, cool little style to him.
It's a really good use of your materials.
Yeah, and look at that. Stands really well.
Well, he does have nice big feet.
That's cool.
Comparatively for his size. Big feet.
All right, awesome.
So good luck to them, and be sure to check out boobosnest.bigcartel.com.
That's coming up in like a week or two.
That is coming up. So let's see, more mailbag. Let's do... Here's something.
This one came from Canada.
Ooh, Canada.
Is this Canada? Yeah, Canada. Oh, and here's a note. You want to look at the note?
Of course I want to look at the note. Congratulations on your successful Kickstarter. Found these 90s memorabilia about 2 years ago in an old family-owned dollar store. Awaiting. Consider them a token of appreciation for your hands in the second rising of the Skeleton Warriors. May they never rest in peace. Awesome sculpts, Glio system. Couldn't ask for more. Love your show. Oh, that's awesome. Fragonaut. Thank you, Fragonaut.
So this is pretty cool. He found original cup and coaster sets. It's three of the four pieces too.
Wait a minute. Can I read the back, please?
Yeah, please.
It's a cup with a coaster. Lots of fun. And cleaner for Mom. That was it.
Thanks, Mom.
I wasn't going to read the French translation.
It's a cup and a coaster. Cleaner for Mom.
And lots of fun!
And then also, to go along with the cup and coaster, was tiny little placemats for little kids to have at their table. I'm guessing now they could be used like computer mice.
I don't think I've ever eaten a meal this small.
But if you had a tiny plate, these are actually pretty awesome. Though.
I think they're cool on their own.
Yeah. And it's
So
pretty
bizarre.
funny to see, like, when we look at these old, now that we have access to things like the style guide,
Like, this is crazy, you guys.
we could see where they took these images, because all these images are in the style guide. So, like,
That's not. What's that from?
I think that's one of the action poses.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wait, is
that's
there
not
something
too.
stuck?
No, they're thick.
They're really thick.
But look, if you see
Action!
the bone in the background, like that's part of
Yes.
the style guide, and like these little symbols.
That one's definitely the Prince Lightstar.
So it's just funny to see things
Look
like
at
that,
these.
how they used it.
And Prince Lightstar.
And then one more thing was
Wait, there's more?
Skeleton Warriors Coloring and Activity book.
Oh, I love these.
This is the Trust and Betrayal book.
Trust and Betrayal.
It's not colored at all. Pages are a little yellowed, but it's awesome.
These are super cool. Thank you so much.
Wow, look at that.
Should we color that later?
No.
Can we scan it and
We'll
then
scan it
print
and
it out
color
and color it?
Yes, exactly. So, very cool. Wow, look at that. Join the battle.
Join the battle indeed, everyone. Skeleton Warriors.
Very cool. So thank you so much for finding those and sending them in. That's an amazing thing.
All right.
What a cool thing to add to the collection.
Totally. And unique.
What else?
More from the bag. Up next, this envelope.
All right, so this one contains
Ooh.
a very cool thing. This is the wrestling playmat for, what are these things called? The Warriors.
Mystical Warriors
Mystical
of the Ring.
Warriors of the Ring. Now, what you do with this playmat, I'll kind of hold it up a little bit as we talk about it, just on an angle.
Can I open the green guys?
Yeah, sure. You would put this down on your ground, and this is the same ring, but a different sticker setup. They actually sell their Mystical Warriors the ring. This happens to be one with some OMFG stickers on it, but it fits into the center.
Oh, that's perfect.
So if you have the ring, you've now got.
I'll move this stuff.
Yeah, I'm holding this so it stays flat. So now you've got the whole setup, and you can play with your toys as they come through the wings into the ring to wrestle.
We need tiny folding chairs.
I wonder if they make them. Because like these rings, you can buy these rings at the dollar store. If you don't have one of theirs has all their color stuff and everything, and it has their stickers and their different ropes and everything. But you can get them at the dollar store with the little tiny terrible wrestlers. You used to be able to. I don't know if they're still there. But it's cool because they're just fun little things to like, I don't know, play with while you're. They're just bizarre.
But now it looks like you've got like a little audience watching you and cheering you on.
Yeah, it's awesome. And look, here's little folding chairs on the thing.
I know, but we need real little ones so we can like bash each other.
But yeah, what a great idea. They just used it's like a mouse pad kind of material.
But it doesn't smell as weird as a mouse pad.
It used to.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, it aired out a little? Airing out is
Look,
good.
there's even like a little action figure down here. This is amazing. So it's cool. It's got all their characters, on the thing, watching the wrestling going on. It's awesome. It's a fun little thing. If you're collecting the Mystical Warriors of the Ring, you owe it to your collection to have the little mat for your shelf.
I think it's mistwarriorsofthering.com, but double check the show notes at toybreak.com.
Fantastic plastic toys. It is Mist Warriors. MYST, mistwarriors.com, fantasticplastictoys.com, and truecaststudio.com.
Okay, more things from the mailbag. You ready for more?
Yep.
What do we got here? Here, I'll look at this thing.
Invasion of the One-Eye Blobs.
I have been a fan of the show for a little over a year. I've wanted to send you guys some of my creations. I've included a blind bag of my one-eyed blobs and one of my starry-eyed monsters. Ooh, I like those names. All of my creations are hand-sculpted out of Primo Sculpey. If you want to see more, check out my Facebook page or follow me on Instagram. They can also be purchased from my Etsy shop. The one-eyed blobs are $5 for a 5-pack blind bag.
Whoa!
Whoa, that's so cool! And the starry-eyed monsters are $12. That thing's only $12.
This is $12?
$12.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, this one is $5?
So this is all from Andrew Schmidt, by the way. Thank you very much, Andrew. And you can check out his stuff. On Instagram, it's at Andrew's Clay Creations. And on Facebook.com, it's Facebook.com/Andrew Schmidt Clay Creations. And his Etsy store is Andrew's Clay Creations.
What? There's
there's so many
bunch
in
of
there.
them in here.
Look how cute this little guy is.
Holy cow.
Oh, he's so cute.
What? They just keep falling out.
There's 5. How is that $5?
He must have made that a special one or something. There's no way he puts all 5 for $5.
That's
right?
what it said.
Really?
I just read it. You guys heard me.
I didn't. I was looking at stuff.
Look at him. He's starry-eyed. Look at little starry eyes.
That's amazing. I mean, these things are fun.
Is it amazing because it has a tooth? Like if it didn't have the tooth?
The tooth helps.
But then there's
I
a
gotta
tooth.
be honest. But the toes help too for me. The little toes and hands.
Chunky little toes?
Wow, look at that thing.
That's super cute. And it's for $12. You're getting like a 2.5-inch.
And for
figure.
$5, you're getting all of these? This is out of control.
They're all different.
Yeah. They're all handmade little
Wow. Look,
Fimo
this is my
Sculpey
favorite.
guys.
He's shiny and sparkly.
There's even like fingerprints of the artist.
This one's my favorite out of the 5.
Good, this one's mine.
Sweet, we don't have to share. Look at him, he's so sparkly.
Look at all of his little friends.
Ha! They're all so happy. Everybody's smiling.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Sometimes when you get something just out of nowhere.
It's super cute.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And you guys go to the links in the show notes at toybreak.com and you can find all of these things for yourself.
I love the
$5.
little...
How can you make these for $5?
I don't know.
Do you like him because he's got his little tentacle up?
One tentacle up helps. Like, I don't know. I like the colors too. Look
like
at
this guy's
I love
color,
the
too.
starry-eyed part of the starry-eyed monster. I
know,
gotta say,
it's
like
cute.
that's really cool.
It was clever. See what he did there with the name?
I like the little textures too. There's little textures in the feet and little textures in the lip,
I love
under
this
the
color.
eyes, like, and of course it's gotta have a butt.
Look at this color.
It's good.
Look at that marbled.
There's a lot more
Swirl.
work that goes into this though, and if they're all handmade, one of a kind, like that takes a lot of work.
Dude, Andrew,
Holy cow!
you gotta sell these for more than $5. I don't even know how you're doing that. Maybe he just loves making them.
Yeah, I mean, if you could sit around and make a ton of them fast.
All right, more things.
Good job.
And thank you again, Andrew. All right, here's something.
This is a couple somethings actually.
Does this
The
have something
first
to do
one,
with it?
no, that was another thing. So this one came in from, is it jbroe.tumblr.com.
J-Bro.
And it's a couple of zines.
Oh.
Super Suplex Volume 1, Suplex Superstars Volume 1.
There you go.
And it's a bunch of wrestlers, just different artists' take on wrestlers.
Sure.
I'm showing it to you first, then I'll show the folks at home. They have a bunch of different artists involved, so
Very cool.
it's just fun art, different wrestlers, different zines.
And this one is...
This is his book, like
Dota?
his own little story comic.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be dark. Is it dark?
Sure.
Ooh, I like this one.
So again, just go to JBrow, I don't know which one you say, .tumblr.com.
Dude, him and Skinner have to get together. Have you seen this?
JBroe.tumblr.com. Yeah.
Look at this thing on the back. I love that logo.
Yeah, it's a good logo. And it's just nice little zines. Rest in
Great
peace,
zines.
Ultimate Warrior.
Thank you.
Put these
All right,
over
we have
here.
more. This one's from Tyler Tinsley. Tinsley.
What's this one?
We have things from places and stuff.
He makes paper toys.
Paper toys. What do we got here?
TylerTinsley.com.
It's a bunny.
You could check out my toys at papercrafted.com.
Bunny.
That will link to his Patreon campaign.
Oh, cool.
There's a steampunk mouse, I guess. Is there one in there? Steampunk
yes.
mouse?
There's many pieces to it. I think
There's
this is
assembly
the head.
instructions for that on his YouTube account. So we can figure out how to make it.
Okay, so we have to put a little bit more time into organizing the instructions on here.
Holy cow, there's a lot of
There's
different
a lot of
paper
things
in
on here. Oh, there's a little... That's a jackalope. It wasn't a bunny.
Oh, and then you got to figure out how to fold it the right way to make
Oh, no, I'm
everything.
sorry. It's a jackalope. It's often confused for the jackalope. But it's a jackalope is more bunny and less hair. Its antlers are fuzzy as a peach and a perfect perch for songbirds, but typically attract singing squirrels.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said singing, but it says signing squirrels.
Oh, they do signings. Yeah, this thing's crazy.
And a griffin. After the king refused to pay the wizard for his griffin mount, he awoke to find changed into the laughable griffin, useless in battle but rather tasty.
Wow, look at these crazy, like... These are like
These are funny.
custom punched, like, paper crafts.
This is the griffin. Okay, we gotta spend some time and put these together later.
Melon, the inventor,
But watching us put them together is
from
probably,
Rodentia.
probably not as fun for you guys.
It's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah,
All right,
this
so
is super cool. Thank
again,
you so much.
You can go to papercrafted.com and you can check out tylertinsley.com as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tyler. Do you want to maybe see if you can
Put that
make those go back in
Yeah,
there?
I'll do that.
All right, we have this box, which actually still needs to be cut open. Kids, be sure to ask your parents before you use scissors when you cut open your box. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, the Rainy Day Antagonist.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Toy Brave. Ooh. Things.
Little mini print.
boxes in boxes.
That's fun.
All right, so box, Rainy Day Antagonist. Let's get this guy open. So what this? Oh, there's a pin in here.
So this is how. Oh, yeah, that's what I ordered on Kickstarter.
Hey, what about that?
That's a different pin.
This is the Rainy Day Antagonist. This is from Evilos. It is a 4-inch DIY resin figure. It comes in 5 pieces as a resin garage kit. No glue required. So, you know, there's probably viewers out there that don't know what a garage kit is.
There could be. A garage kit is basically, it would just be like hand cast resin, not prepped, not cleaned up, just straight out of the mold. It's gonna have flashing. It's gonna have seams.
Needs cleaning.
It's probably gonna have pegs where like vents are. They're all gonna still be on there. You're gonna need to clean it all up, prep it, put it together, glue it yourself, prime it, paint it, the whole business. It was a fun. It's kind of like model kits that you get at the store.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there'll be like a truck or a Chevy or something.
Or a Chevy. He means Chevy Chase.
And you know how you have to cut it out of the sprue, that kind of thing. Except instead of being made out of plastic, they're made out of resin. These look like they have some of the seams are cleaned, you know, a little bit cleaned up.
I think this is mostly cleaned up.
So yeah, this is mostly prepped and ready to just be put together and put up on your shelf.
But what's interesting is even before people in what we now call the designer toy scene were making, you know, one-offs and short runs and bootlegs of resin figures, way before that, 10, 15, 20 years ago, there was a very big scene of garage kits where people were making crazy monsters and, you know, crazy things out of resin kits that you would put together yourself. So this is a really cool mashup of a resin kit using, you know, this medium that's very popular today, resin, but making it a designer toy.
Yeah, I mean, there's even like companies like Sideshow Toys. They started out as guys that were making kits, and then they moved up. And even a lot of the guys that were making kits back in the day, doing resin kits, they started doing kits out of vinyl, and that's how there's a lot of like what are now considered classic vinyl kits out there. And it was vinyl being run right here in the U.S. Like people were running vinyl kits.
That's a nice little pin.
I think this is the pin I have. I have to look on the wall over there. Yeah, so that's cool.
That's a really nice pin.
Yeah, very cool.
So look how well that put together. No glue. Everything fits together. Little Rainy Day Antagonist. He's ready to be customized. You know what's funny about him is, because he's like a cloud, he's got like a naturally little butt.
He does have a little butt.
It's a natural butt.
Cloud butt.
All right, so this guy is going to be available at evilos.com. He's going to be around $30, and he'll be available as soon as all the Kickstarter backer rewards have been sent out, which could be, I mean, it could be now, so go check out evilos.com. But they will also be available at his booth at DesignerCon, coming up in about just over 2 months.
Oh, cool. It's pretty cool. Like he included, this is the kit he sends out if you were backed his Kickstarter, and I'm guessing if you buy it on the site, I'm sure. And he sent out a nice little promo card with all the people involved. I thought that this was kind of a nice thing to do.
Oh, and easy
it's got
codes to get to their sites and stuff.
What are they? QR codes?
Those are QR codes.
So if you want to scan any of those while you're looking at it right here, go for it. But that's just pretty cool. That was a nice thing of him to do.
You know what else is cool about having it be resin kit style?
What's that?
It's perfect for customizing. Because one of the things in the designer toy world, a lot of people, us included, you take your DIY, whatever you had. Like back in the day, we used to customize a lot of keys. The 8-inch keys, or even the little keys. But you would have to pull them apart, and then sometimes you have to hair dryer them, you know, to get the head off or the arms, or, you know, have everything work. But this is made to come apart, paint it, do whatever you want to do, put it back together. You could dye it. Rit dye would probably take in here.
Sure.
Who knows?
Sure. Cool.
Done. Okay, so we do have one more box. I think it's a bit of a mishmash, though. Is this all?
This is a bunch of different stuff. So this thing, I don't remember where this came from. We were cleaning the toy trove,
Yay!
and I can't recall where this came from.
Crystal Coffin.
But let's talk about it for a second. This
Sure.
is Crystal Coffin. Found in deep underground caves with other crystal skull relics, the crystal coffin cannot be opened. Anyone who has tried has mysteriously disappeared shortly after trying. This is a hand sculpt and hand cast resin piece. Each peach may have some unique differences. This is just part of the casting process, making each piece one of a kind. Age 14, crystal coffin, designed and sculpted by Ian Raleigh, and lino prints by Lucy Llewellyn. This is from the Crystal Skull Society. So let's.
The website.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just Google Ian Raleigh or Crystal Skull Society.
Maybe it's already in the Toy Break show notes.
There you go.
Big maybe on that one. So this cannot be opened.
Well, the bag can.
We can't open it because I don't want to disappear. Oh,
don't awesome. Even try.
Okay, it's a little purple coffin. It's cute.
Oh, here we go. CrystalSkullSociety.com is the place to go.
Cool.
Ian Raleigh. And this is, a nice little...
wood engraved pattern. Little crystally skull on the top of the coffin. It's cool. It's just a little... It's got a desk decor.
Yeah, it's got a great color to it. Nice, cool, purple sparkle.
It's almost like pearly purple.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, what else is in here? Did you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so we got in here, we have, this is going to be a long one. Pickle Baby. This is, I think we've had Pickle Baby on before. I'm not sure if we had.
We've had this Pickle Baby on before.
Okay, so this is the pink one. I don't know if we've ever had this one on or not.
I think we did have the blue one.
Right, we had the blue one. I'm not sure if we had the pink one.
Oh, yes.
This is from Lucifer. You go to houseoflucifer.bigcartel.com. I don't know what color he's got up now or if there's another color out right now, but you got to have a Pickle Baby in your collection just because it's just a pretty amazing piece. Sculpted by Lucifer himself. Yeah, it's just worth tracking one of these guys down, so I would definitely say get it.
They're $75 each, and you can also follow at Lisa1.
I think this pink one was from the show at Dragatomi, if I'm not mistaken. At Lisa1?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know what these are? They look like blind bags.
Yeah.
Should we open them?
I think we were supposed to open these.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Sometimes our filming schedule gets crazy.
Well, because we did his thing already that we gave away.
Custom Gwen.
Oh, and here's a magnet of one of the Wisp heads.
Custom Gwen.
And a custom purple one.
Ah, awesome.
Wow, look at that. That's a cool Gwen. I wish we were still making custom or big Gwens like this.
We could.
I would make this Gwen.
That's a normal size Gwen.
Right.
Just FYI. We have mini Gwens. How about a mini Gwen? Do you want one of those?
I have plenty of those.
I know people. I can get you one.
This is going on the shelf. So thank you, Lee, for that.
These are great. Thank you, Lucifer. And I think that clears up most of...
Yeah, these are the wisps we had on already.
Most of the mailbag. But thank you to everyone for all these goodies. You guys, so much good stuff.
So much good.
Yay.
And go support all these things, all of these guys that we talked about.
Yes.
Go there, support them, because they're making cool stuff for you. Not just for us.
Or for us?
They're making cool stuff for us, but for you.
For everybody.
They eventually want it to go to you.
For everybody.
You flipping them off? Is that what you just did?
No, I was showing them a toy.
All right, let's wrap this up. Let's talk about some events. Dragon Con, the largest multimedia popular culture convention focusing on science fiction and fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, and film, spanning 4 hotels in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, August 29th through September 1st. DragonCon.org.
I think that might be 5 hotels now.
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not even sure. But that was our big event, and that's coming up this weekend.
Oh.
So
there you go. If you're watching it now, head over.
And I think our good friend Tom Merritt has a show going on Friday night at DragonCon, if I remember correctly. So.
Awesome. Look that up.
All right, so that is it for episode 321. Don't forget to check the show notes at toybreak.com for links to everything that we were talking about. You can watch past episodes. You can get the news on all the contests and discussions and the forum. So many good things. You can support the show by clicking on the Amazon link before you order.
Do that.
At Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also call and leave us a voicemail.
It's actually at toybreak.com and then click the Amazon link.
At 818 Am I Good? You can email us, info@toybreak.com. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/toybreak. You can check out our toy briefs, our toy girls, and our full episodes of Toy Break every week at youtube.com/toybreak. You can follow us on Twitter at Toybreak. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Aileen Gaspar.
And at George Gaspar. And don't forget, while you're on Facebook following Toy Break, also follow the Skeleton Warriors. And, hit the little like button.
It's good because we can put updates out. Maybe there'll be some special stuff on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it for episode 321. We will see you guys next week. Same toy time, same toy channel. Bye.
Bye.